2 months after the tornado that struck Connecticut, there are still places that are recovering. Cleanup has come along around the Quinnipiac University campus and Sleeping Giant State Park, but there are still places that have debris and downed trees remaining.
A team of reporters from the CHIT journalism camp talked to people about the damage this week. Amadi Mitchell reports from Quinnipiac.
There were a few people on the Mount Carmel campus during the storm on May 15th, but those who were there, such as Jim O'Connor, a media production specialist at the university, saw the terrifying effects it had on campus.
And it was surreal. It was a surreal feeling.
That is one way O'Connor described seeing the events from the safety of the Ed McMahon Mass Communications Center building.
Yeah, like I said, it's Connecticut. That doesn't happen here. We don't get tornadoes. We were all stuck here because there was trees down on every exit of the road. So there were cops everywhere and fire engines and ambulances, but no one could get to us and we couldn't get out.
Jean Downing, a retired math professor at Quinnipiac, has lived across the street from the school since the 1950s. Downing received significant damage to her home after the storm. Downing recalls being unable to get into her own home due to the uprooted trees all over her yard. She lost power and had no access to water and had to stay with her daughter for 3 weeks. Even after the storm, Downing's property still remains slightly damaged due to the trees. These same trees that once covered the campus were the same ones that made the cleanup process more difficult. Keith Woodward, a director of facilities at Quinnipiac, gave more insight into how that worked.
We all try to respond to these situations when the campus is in need. We've still got trees down, we've still got things that we need to clean up. It's an ongoing process. I think it's going to wrap up, maybe another month or so. I mean, you'll see in here we've got some lights that are still out and poles that are still missing that we need to order and get them in here and so forth and so on.
Even though they've done a lot of cleanup, they are still fixing a lot of damages, such as the facing couple sculpture.
We're evaluating all options on that as we speak. So it may be restored, we may just take it out and maybe put something else in its place. It's being evaluated.
This is Amadi Mitchell from CHIT News.
The state doesn't have a final figure yet for cleanup costs at Sleeping Giant, but it could cost up to $1 million. Park officials say it's still very dangerous to visit the park because trees continue to fall. The park remains closed.
For CHIT News, I'm Kazmir Ebabadika.
And I'm Raven Joseph. Thank you and have a good night.